rolling. What we talking about, Stephen?
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith, man. This dude been in the news, going crazy. First, he went. The thing came back up with the comments he made about Serena Williams performing at the Super Bowl when he said, if that was my wife, I would be upset. It seems like you still got feelings towards your ex while you crip walking at the Super Bowl. I would divorce her. So that's what he said about her. I would divorce her. So
I didn't see that. Huh?
Yeah, he said that around the time in the Super Bowl.
Right.
So Serena Williams' husband, which is he's a businessman, investor,
he's like
stuff.
a billionaire, ain't he?
He ain't a
he's
billionaire.
just like an accountant or something like that.
He invests in businesses and stuff like that. He got about 150 million and shit around there. So. But
shut your face.
Matter of fact, he co-founded
that's what I'm
Reddit.
Right,
Reddit.
That's his thing.
I mean,
the other racist
and I think he
website.
owns some little sports
one of the
teams
most
and stuff like that.
racist free website ever.
Right. But he came on First Take, so he came on. He came on first.
On that motherfucker.
He came on First Take. Now, apparently, he wanted to come and holler at Stephen A. about that. Also promote it. He's in the sports teams and stuff like that. But he wanted to holler at Stephen A. So when he came, he didn't know Stephen A. wasn't gonna actually be there. Stephen A. was remote.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
You see that nigga left hook?
So they had he was on there. So I guess at the end of the at the end of the segment when he was leaving, he was basically like, "Hey, I heard you, Stephen A. I heard you had some advice for me about marriage." Yeah. And Stephen A. was kind of like downplaying it, like, I mean, like, well, if I ain't never been married, so I ain't the one to give advice. So he was like, "Nah, you said what you said." He said, but he didn't really go into details. But he was like, basically, like. Yeah. I'm in this field of investment and stuff like that, and I tend to only give advice in that field. So basically, telling Stephen A. if this ain't your expertise,
shut your
fuck
fucking
up.
face.
I mean, and Stephen A. kind of like downplayed, and his excuse was, "Well, we was on my show. I was trying to be professional. I didn't want to get into it. If it would have went on, and I would have got into it, but I didn't want to do it." So it's like he downplayed it. But Stephen A. is into the politics and shit now. He got his Stephen A. His YouTube channel. Stephen, I forgot what it's called.
That's
Stephen A. Coonan.
That's the confusing part to me. I don't know when the political pundit Stephen A. came about. When did that come about?
I think he because he used to hold back a little bit. He was kind of trying to play both sides a little bit.
He was waiting to sign that contract with ESPN.
ESPN.
But lately he's been getting a little bit more into it, and supposedly
he just did a panel too.
Right when he walked off.
Yeah.
But supposedly he's I
don't like kids.
Supposedly he would he's kind of more on a Democrat side, but then some of his takes is kind of like wow. So he went at what's her name?
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine Crockett. And how you spell her name? Oh, Serena. Okay. He went at Jasmine Crockett. Now she's a councilwoman in what is she? Congresswoman in Texas. Yeah, he went at her and basically was getting at how she speaks and how she talks and saying like how you expect you should be trying to work with the president of the United States instead of talking like that, and how you gonna get through people, and just kind of attack the way she she make her points and she speak, and her intellect and all that stuff. I mean, so, but my thing is, I guess Stephen A. always had he's heavy on criticizing his people.
Exactly,
like black
nobody
people.
else.
He's an ass kisser.
You know what I mean? He's heavy on that. But
that's why he
I only
paid
put
the
this
money he
together
get paid.
because how he chose to remain professional when you had this white businessman there, and this was the time you like, I want to remain professional. Well, you said that shit on your show and you wasn't professional, so you said it on your show and wasn't being professional, so why you didn't choose this time? But you choose to get at this woman.
I bet you if she was on his show, if she was on that show,
he probably would have got at her.
He would have got at her.
Right.
That nigga's a coward, bro.
Yeah.
That shit hurt, man. When you see a nigga like act like that shit. Because if you really wanted to get at her, get her in private, dog.
Right.
Why you got to put it on the biggest sports platform? Nobody watches ESPN except for your fucking show. And you say this shit about this woman.
He said it on his YouTube channel, not on ESPN.
Okay, so it wasn't on ESPN.
He said it on his political
right,
channel.
still, his show. People still tune in from that and they go to that. Right. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like
right after.
Right. But the thing is, it's like, why would you do that though? Yeah. Like I understand you want to say something. You know her education background?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like,
Do you know her nigga? You could barely read. You just make it because you could keep talking and you could add all these goofy ass words, and you say the same fucking words over and fucking over again.
Soliloquy.
That's why I said it was confusing. Because
Because
it honestly came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? For like this whole thing, like I said,
she's
him
speaking to a whole nother generation.
Yeah, like him getting into politics is like your energy that you have in sports is not going to transcend into politics. It's not. No. And the fact that like what he did on the panel, not saying that what he was saying I don't agree with, I do, but the energy that you had, what he was saying on the panel
about her,
no, about the shutdown, the government shutdown and shit like that. Right. So,
but it's so theatrical. It's like even and I feel like he was trying to make up for the other shit.
Yeah, he had to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He had to.
And then, but even to walk off, it's like that's not
theatrical. It's all theatrical.
Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So. Your energy that you have on sports is not going to transcend into politics.
You're going to get eaten up.
And my thing,
and when he do that, you're doing the same thing that you criticizing her about.
Right. Because if she would have did something like that and walked off, he would have had a lot of shit to say.
Stay there. You came for the interview, face the music. If you're highly educated, you should be able to talk to these people the same way they talk to you.
You let your emotions get the best of you.
Yeah, all that shit, man. This nigga's walking off. Well, he can't fucking put his words together in front of white people.
He looking for a moment more than anything. He knew that would get the news and the clicks more than just standing.
But he walked off after he said what he said. Like I said, what he said on that at that time, I do agree with.
Yeah,
and after that, he did.
Stay there and debate. And to show us that you know how to do that. I mean, because when you feel like you're the smartest person in the room, you want to do that, or you want to criticize people. Stand there with them.
You're gonna stand. Let them say what they gotta say.
Person in the room.
He ain't.
And my thing is this: like a lot like when. Sometimes you got to understand that's like when you go to certain churches and stuff like this, or even this political stuff. A lot of us know who she is because she resonate with us, or we can relate to her because she don't change who she is. She talk the way she talk and speak the way she speak, and you can tell she's passionate about what she's saying and her people. You know what I mean?
Who she representing? These people put her there.
Right.
If she was that bad, they'd be like, nah, we gotta get rid of her. But she's really speaking for them, and she's speaking to another generation that's gonna vote for her.
Right.
You gotta think. By the time it's time for a vote, it's kids in high school that's gonna be voting for her. Not these old motherfuckers that already got set in their ways and shit like that.
That could see themselves in her.
Right.
I mean, and like, hey, she really for the people. Man. And like you said, her education level, she didn't just come in and just do this shit. She worked hard, you know what I mean? So, you know. I don't know. I just don't like how you pick and choose who you gonna go at and who you gonna criticize. Like I said, if you gonna like when old boy approach you, stay there and take it. Don't try to remain professional
because
when you
he ain't
said
in
something
front
about
of
this
nobody.
man white, right? And then even in that situation when he walked off, stay there and debate. Yeah. This is a debate show. That's what you do. That you have to have knowledge to come back and forth and go back and forth with these people. Don't just stay how you feel and walk off. Let them get at you.